Chapter 67, will it? I put my hand on her leg and sat on her bed. Wow, wasn't expecting him. He was always so quiet and to himself. He wasn't always to himself, she smiled. We had planned so much in those months together, and there's something else. She leaned toward me, and I put my ear to her lips. My eyes widened. What? She shook her head up and down. Well, that changes things. Lavender shook her head no. Listen, you mentioned Colt. Was he with you? What happened? So I explained everything that had went down. Vida, I'm so happy you were the one to marry him. That makes us like real sisters. Weren't we already that? I smiled, holding her hand. Just then I saw 2 arm helpers come in the room with 2 trays of food. Ugh, another meal. She needs to eat, or we will have her plugged in with the others. I heard Hart's voice. What is he talking about? Lavender looked to me. Trust me, you don't want to know. Best eat what you can. We sat with our meals, forcing them down. Just don't ask for any meat from here. Just eat the fruit and vegetable-flavored goops. It won't be long. I'll try to get you out of here. I looked at the helping arm. Could we please have some salt and pepper? We aren't used to this flavor of food. The arm left and came back with a salt shaker full of salt. I sprinkled it on the food and took a bite. Much better, thank you. It twitched and left the room. True to their words, the arms brought in a bed for me. We talked all afternoon and into the dark. Snacks were brought to the room and water. Only drinking enough to stay alive was her goal. But I didn't think it healthy for her baby. The arm was leaving again. Now what about Colt? The voice came from the arm again. You can see him tomorrow? You have my Hart's word on the matter. That night, Lavender and I stayed close, holding hands through the night. She finally fell asleep as I continued to watch her. I'll get you out of here, I whispered. Early morning came with the lights turning on. Have your breakfast and say goodbye. We will commence with the rest of the tour shortly. Hart's voice sounded stern for some reason. Perhaps he was as nervous as me. As he should be. I have to stop him. I will stop him for Lavender and her unborn baby. After a less than delightful breakfast, the door opened. We had already said goodbye to one another, but it was still hard to leave her. Looking around, I didn't see Hart's, just Henry in a new suit. He asked for my arm, and I gave it. Good morning, I hope you slept well. Yes, the best I could, considering the circumstances. He smiled. That's understandable. And your breakfast? It was up to Hart's standards. I smiled as he patted my hand. Good, good. I looked up to his face. He was so tall. He still looked much older than 20. He must have been through something. Where's Hart's? I thought he would be with you for the tour. He looked down at me. Father is preparing for your meeting later. He wants to be at his finest for you. I looked back into his eyes. It won't be the rooster, will it?